Hi, and welcome to another Clouds Break. Different setting today with a bit of seaside and wet weather, which is the first time I've had to come out and vlog in the rain, which is slightly disappointing today, but never mind, we've had a great day. Thanks to everybody who's watched, commented, liked and subscribed so far. That's brilliant. It'd be great if more of you could do it, because that adds a whole heap of encouragement to me, so thank you. So today, I'd like to talk about the power of the doubters. And those that don't share your vision, don't share your dream. Almost every blog and vlog you look at, virtually every podcast you look at will actually tell you that you surround yourself with people who are positive and will encourage and support you. And that's absolutely sound advice, because that's a great thing to have around you, people who encourage you and want you to be the best that you can be. However, not everybody is going to be on board with what you're trying to achieve. Not everybody is going to be on board with how you want to get there. So that may be at home in your work life, it might be in work, it might be friends that you don't really want to lose contact with. There will always be those people around you who will doubt you. And I look back on my life, and I go back as far as the age of 14, when I was told by my careers officer at school that the best I could ever hope for was a job in a factory. Now, I've got nothing against people who work in factories. In fact, I did for a bit when I was in engineering. But when you're 14, you don't sit there and say that your aspiration is working in a factory. Your aspiration is perhaps to have a nice house, nice car, and all the rest of it to go with it, and good holidays. So it's not really the kind of motivational speech you expect from school. And then I think about the time when before I finished my schooling, I applied to join and do ALevels. And ALevels were something I quite fancied doing. And the school bluntly told me that me doing ALevels would be a waste of my time and a waste of theirs, which is a direct quote. When I started in electrical engineering, I showed interest and progression and said that I wanted to do HNC in electrical and electronic engineering, which is the higher national certificate. And one of my colleagues stood next to me and said, "You do realise you won't ever achieve that, don't you?" Now, there's lots of ways of dealing with that, of course. One of them would be to just ignore them. Other times, if you're feeling a bit low and not so good about your life, you might turn around and say, this is really taking me down a peg, and I don't feel confident about myself, I don't feel confident about my life. And it might have a hugely negative impact on you. However, it was only sort of part of this recent journey that I've gone on to that I really started to realise that actually I'd always used these doubters as fuel for my fire, as a way of me motivating myself. Every time I doubted that I would achieve something, I would redouble my efforts. And I look back on certainly my time doing my electrical engineering and my HNC. I had a real challenge. It was hard, but those words of "you will fail" bounced around my head every time. And every time I thought about those words, "you will fail," I knew I would pass. And it meant that I would dust myself down and pick myself up and go much harder at it. And I think that's a real challenge for all of us, really, is that, lots of these self-help books and development programs all focus on the positive and the people being positive around you. But in reality, you can't remove completely the negative. It's just simply not possible, because there are too many people who, for whatever reasons, their own personal reasons, will see that you will not succeed. And in fact, in my last full-time employment, I had a colleague who told me that my project wouldn't be a success, which equally, again, meant that I was going to succeed. And I did, which was brilliant. So, really, sorry, I'm just clambering over logs and rocks here. So that's worth bearing that in mind, actually. And my challenge to you would be, how do you handle those people in your life that you can't get rid of, but will have that negative thought and have that negative view of what you're trying to achieve? And are you just going to let them be background noise? Are you going to let them nag away at you and make your mindset not as strong as it could be? Or are you going to flip it on its head and say, hey, this is great, you think I'm going to fail, so I'm going to prove you wrong? And actually just popped into my head just then, that actually during my time when I said that I was going to quit full-time employment, I did have a couple of people who said to me, well, you do realise you won't succeed, don't you? And it's like, well, actually no, I don't accept that I won't succeed, because I'm going to go out there and give it my best shot. And if I give it my best shot and don't get to my original objective, then that's still a cracking effort. So my challenge to you today is to just think about those people who are negative around you, and actually how you can use them as fuel for your fire, how you can use them to really get you motivated. The people who don't think you can change your diet, the people who don't think you can run a 10k race, the people who don't think you can get that qualification which will get you the job that you've always wanted to do, the people who say you can't write the material you want to get published, or you can't make a vlog, or you can't make a podcast. What can you do to turn that round and make that fire, make that real fire that comes deep down inside you, that really makes you want to succeed and drives you forward? Because to be honest, I quite like doubters now, because every time someone says that I'm gonna be a failure, that makes me work harder and makes me stronger inside to prove that point wrong. Anyway, I'll leave it there for you. Hopefully you got something from that. It would be great if you could comment, or you could like, or you subscribe, or you could share the material I'm putting out there. Hopefully got some exciting news coming up about what I'm trying to do that you might be interested in. But thanks once again for watching. And this, frankly, is my place of absolute peace and tranquility. And I love it. I love coming here. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.